I'm joined by Tom Palombo from Guilford College men's basketball. They were picked number 3 in this year's ODAC preseason poll. Coach, let's talk about your squad. You've got several rotation guys coming back to your team, including some of those starters and an all-conference player in Zachary Houston. Talk a little bit about the progression you'd like to see from your team from last year coming into this season.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we'll really count on guys like Zach Houston, who's a senior, and Dom Henderson, who's a senior, and Austin Thompson, Carson Long, that are sophomores that got to play. He got to play quite a bit last year. Jared Rogers is a junior. He got to play quite a bit. So we'll count on them to kind of lead the younger guys along as we progress through the early season and move towards start playing some games. Because right now, everybody's kind of, trying to figure out what we're doing, and we count on those guys to lead us in that direction.
What's going to be new about your squad this season? Every year, every school's got obviously new recruited players coming in, but what might be something new about your squad this season that we may not have seen from last year's team?
Yeah, we'll have a lot of new guys that'll play, that are freshmen, first-year guys that'll get a chance to show what they can do. And we've got a lot of those guys kind of vying for spots now. It's not really set in stone who they will be. There'll definitely be some new guys to go along with some of the core guys we have back from last year. So we'll have a similar style that we've always played over the last 14 years in the league. I will hopefully we'll defend, and hopefully we'll rebound and score enough points to win a few.
We've heard it from a couple coaches that last year they considered the league to be pretty young, and this year, obviously, just by happenstance of being a year older, they're going to be an older league. What is the difference, the main difference for you between having a player that has experience and having a new player coming into your program? What is the main difference you see in going out and being able to win games?
Oh, man, I think it's a world of difference from an individual and team standpoint. I think individually, just having the confidence that you now know kind of what to expect, not only from your own team, but the competition that you're going against. I think that's a big thing. And then, a year to kind of work on your game to see what your individual weaknesses were so that you can have the confidence to be successful at the league level, which, our league being one of the top ones in the country. I think you really, as an individual, have to do that. And then collectively as a team, just gelling together for a year, having played together for a year, and then you kind of know your teammates a little bit better and what to expect from each other, and then hopefully everybody's worked on their bodies and their games and things like that so that they can improve not only individually but as a team from year to year. That's why I think in our league, the teams with juniors and seniors are the ones that normally are winning the league.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, and I would imagine that a lot of the teams are going to follow the same formula this year, with so many of them being young to getting older this year. But when you take a look at the league from last year to this year, we haven't had a repeat champion since 05-06. Last year was the first year since 9-10 that we only got one team in the NCAA tournament. What do you see that might be different about the league this year from an on-court perspective that we can see a resurgence back to getting multiple teams in the NCAA bracket?
Yeah, it's certainly disappointing for our league. I think we had teams that were certainly worthy of that, and it just didn't go our way. But I think having those veteran teams now in the league, Virginia Wesleyan with a lot of guys back, and Roanoke, and I think that Hampton-Sydney, those schools that are returning a lot of players that had really good years, but now can take that next step as things we just talked about, the teams kind of gelling together and the individual players showing their improvement, I think is critical. And you're going to have, like we just said, in our league, that's what's going to rise to the top is normally the teams that have veteran players.
Well, Coach, I want to thank you for joining me today, and good luck this season.
All right, thanks, JJ.